Flosstube. This is Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics. It is, gosh, I think it's the 5th of January, 2018. I cannot believe 2017 is finally over. So I haven't updated in a while, so I've got a lot to show you, mostly stash, but a lot of finishes, so I'm happy to show you those. But first I want to do some Under the Sea Fabrics updates. Number one, those who are on my Facebook page or in my Fabric of the Month know that I chose to skip December's Fabric of the Month. And after discussing it with my husband, I think I'm going to continue to do that in the future. December is just that month. Everybody's traveling. I think I had close to 50 people say, can I skip this month? It's a little close to Christmas and money's tight. So I just, and to be honest, that close to, I don't like having like so many worries like that real close to Christmas, like getting Fabric of the Month out. I worry, like, did I get it dyed? Have I got it in the mail? Am I waiting for stuff? Things like that. So I think we're just going to not have Fabric of the Month in December. Unfortunately. That's just the way it is. And another thing is that this year in 2018, I have a retreat the last week in September in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And then I have another one the very next weekend, the first week in October, in Cincinnati or Indiana. It's a local retreat there. I'm going to skip either October or September or run them together as one long month. I haven't decided yet. I'm letting you all know ahead of time that that's kind of the plan. And I'm going to wait and see what the summer looks like, because if I can get it dyed like in August so that I can mail in September, I'll do that. Right now, Fabric of the Month is not open. I have no spots. I have over 200 people. Even that's a lot for me to handle on my own. Those in the club know I'm mailing late and I don't like it. This is the first year I've ever done that. No matter what was going on in my life, I always mailed on time, and now I have just too much going on. So 250 pieces is just too much. So I'm going to wait until it slowly trickles down. I usually get a couple of people who, decide to quit their membership a month or... So once I'm down to 150, I'll open it back up. 150 seems to be comfortable for me to handle on my own. I am looking for someone to serge. A couple of people have volunteered. So really, if I can find someone to do this, help me out with the serging, because that takes the longest for me, serging and pressing, I could probably get it out faster. I miss having Heather as my assistant. She did all of that for me. It was wonderful. So now I just have too many people to handle it on my own every month. So I'm going to hire somebody, I hope, this summer. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, January's Fabric of the Month was the one I showed at the start of February. I don't know if I put it in a video, so I'm going to go ahead and show it now. It is a peach fabric with hints of blue. It's called Winter Sunset. This is the linen. And this is the Lugana. Lugana's a little wrinkly, sorry. Also, at the end of last year, I opened up all of the previous colors for 2017. There were 9 total, 10 total, something like that. And then I was going to keep 3, maybe 4. That was my idea, and I said anyone can buy them, and then whichever sell the best are the ones that are going to get added to the regular line. And so the 3 that won without like any help were Evie, get down. Evie! Sorry. We have a new dog. She's big enough to get up on the counters. You'll probably see her come up here in pants, so. Alright, this is Iris. So this is this is already on the website and available for purchase. It's peach. It is like a corally pink and orange and yellows. Like that pale color looks white, but it's yellow and blues. Oh, this is Zephyrus. Okay. This piece is Lugana because I didn't have a piece of linen like close at hand. It is purples blues and grays, like stormy grays. Where did my piece of... I had another piece of fabric to show and it just disappeared. The other piece, the other color is Chloris. I'll probably pick something up that's sitting on this table and I'll be right here. So if I see that, I'll show it. Which is dark, like has some royal colors, so it's got some bright blues and purpley pink colors and avocado green. And then Aztec, which was orange, which was the November fabric of the month. So here's a picture of that. That really bright orange. It goes a little, it can go a little brown, but in a really good way, like a really gingerbready way. And the other one was Evergreen. Evergreen, I didn't have a piece of dyed right in front of me. So that was the January fabric of the month for last year. So all of those have officially been added to the website, so you can purchase them. And that was such a successful decision. Like, okay, y'all just pick the ones you want me to add. That I'm going to do that next year. So next year I will gather up pictures of all the fabrics of the month and say, hey, purchase all you everybody can buy them, and the ones that get purchased the most are the ones that I'm going to add to the line, because that's just, it just works out for me like that. So there you go. So I apologize for the mess behind me. I'm sure everybody understands it at Christmas this time of year. My office looks like a tornado hit it, which is why I'm not filming in there like I usually do. So I'm having a hard time judging if the music's too loud, how the lights are. You know, the light right behind me, I'm trying to keep that covered. Evie is driving me crazy, but, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. Alright, so, finishes. Since I did the last video, I finished a bunch of stuff. Mostly because for December, knowing I couldn't focus, I was so busy with just everything you have going on at Christmas time. All I did was work on ornaments. But I finished a bunch of them. So, where's my pile? They're there. Okay, so I want to show them all to you. This one, I named him Poopsie. Poopsie the Penguin. He's from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and he was in the 2017 Ornament magazine. I actually stitched this twice because I gave it to a local stitcher. We did a local exchange, so I stitched it for her and liked it so much I had to stitch it for myself. This is stitched on As You Wish Opalescent Edinburgh. So mine looks a little greeny, like the color on the fabric's a little greeny. She had a more blue part of the fabric. So the next one I finished was this one. This is called Not a Creature Stirring, from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Do you see a theme? I really like their ornaments. They're cute, which is fine. In general, their patterns are a little cutesy for me, but as Christmas ornaments, love them. Oh, let me show you the back of the fabric for Poopsie. Sorry, the backing fabric. It's flannel, super soft. Okay, anyway, back to Not a Creature Stirring. The only thing, well, let me see what I changed. I darkened the mouse because the called for colors blended into my fabric, and I did not like the gingerbread man they had, so I put a call out on Facebook. Does anyone have a gingerbread button that's about the right size? And my friend Martha had one. I sent it, and he is just perfect. So it says Not a Creature Stirring, and it is backed with a polka dot and red gold fabric. The next one I finished, this one's probably my favorite. It's a bumble. Oh, this was Autumn Opal Belfast. Sorry, for those who are wondering. Okay, back to him. It's a bumble. I am a huge fan of cryptids. I like cryptids. I like macabre mysteries. I like legends. I like serial killers. I like cults. I like all that kind of stuff. So one of my favorite podcasts called Astonishing Legends did a series right before Christmas about the Yeti. And then I saw him. He's in the winter sampler from Frosted Pumpkin. And I was like, I need to stitch him because I don't have a Yeti on my Christmas tree. And it's backed with like a snowflake fabric. But I love him. And I think there are about 5, 6 little ones from that sampler, the winter sampler, that I really loved. And I will probably add those to my list to work on next year. He took me maybe an hour, 2 hours to stitch. I just love him. Oh, he is on Whimsical Winter Opal Belfast. So. The next one is Bob Ross and his happy little trees. I love him. My issue with them is in the finishing, not with him, because I didn't get it very square. Frustrated. My sister really likes him. I might send this one to her because it's not very well finished, and then stitch it again for myself. Terrible, I know, right? So anyway, Bob Ross. He's stitched on Autumn Opal Belfast. The pattern is called Happy Little Accidents. It's by Good Morning Maui on Etsy. And I found this great plaid snowman fabric at Joann's Tobacco with, and it it is an exact match to the colors in the front, so I really like that. And then the last one I finished was Santa and Reindeer. I don't know if this might have a name, I don't know. It's from, again, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It's on As You Wish, Opal Edinburgh, so 36 count linen, opalescent linen. It's by Frosted Pumpkin. It was in the 2015 just cross stitch, and then I put the pom-poms on, and I really love that it had like this lacy detail, so I put the lace on it, and it is certainly not perfect on the back, you can see. But I really think it came out really well on the front, so I'm really pleased with it. So, there we go. Another thing I finished was I did the Armada Designs Tiny Christmas Stitch Along. I have to admit, I really loved this. I loved working on this. I made it a point to get up every morning for most of December. I think I probably missed a few mornings, but as soon as I got up and got a drink of water and settled down, and I would stitch whatever the day's part was, and it was just like I needed like that focus time. I really should do that for everything. I should find a pattern, like it's just my morning 1 hour stitching. But here it is done. You can see I stitched something. It's on the remnant where I decided to switch the fabric for something else. This is Opal Looking Glass in Newcastle. I have just enough left at the bottom to put an ornament on, so I probably will. I did not really change anything. Maybe 1 or 2 colors, because I didn't have the called for colors in my stash, so that's really it. I'm really pleased with how it came out. I don't know how I'm going to finish it yet. I'm actually tempted to make a clock out of it. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. That's okay. I don't have to worry about it. And then my first finish was of 2018. I finished this late last night, early this morning. It is Armada Designs Class Schedule Stitch Along. It's a Harry Potter themed style. I am a huge Harry Potter fan, so that was an easy one for me. When I heard about it, I went ahead and signed up. I changed a few things, as you can see. Number 1, it's stitched on Beach Walk, Opal, Newcastle, so it's 40 count. It is 3 inches square. My goal is to do it as 3 ornament, or each one individually to make ornaments out of. I redesigned the cat a little bit. I didn't hate the way the cat was. Actually, I liked the cat itself, but I didn't love the positioning. But I went ahead and changed the cat. It's definitely still like the tiger stripe tabby that McGonagall was in the movie. And then I used metallics for the cup, even though it was a stoneware cup. but I want to add more metallics to it because I think it's it needs it. And then I used a more rat color. If you've seen the movie or read the books, in the first one, in their first Transfiguration class, Ron tries to turn a stone cup, he tries to change his rat scabbers into a cup. So this is the cup with the rats. Like, it was just a cup with a rat tail. He didn't get it all the way changed. So that's what that was. So yeah, so this was actually just, I worked and put the shelf all the way across, and I changed the writing to Gryffindor red. I'm going to add more house colors so that all of them have some house colors mixed in. So finish, whip, whatever you want to call it. And then let's see, let's start with this one. I think the last time I did a video, I said I was going to take my Mariner's drum and my heritage sampler with me to Mississippi on vacation, and instead, while I did take those, I didn't work on them. I didn't work on them because even with the lighting in the condo wasn't that great. So I mostly worked on my Renaissance Mermaid. I wonder where I don't know where my needle minder is. So before I left, all I had was like this little bit right here done. So I got all of this done in a week in Mississippi. And all of this. And I'm very pleased with it. This is not the original copper colors. Some of them are. That dark blue is. But instead of, this is a Gloriana, and I've just kind of been using what I had in my stash. So instead of buying the threads, called for threads. I really like this. I need to work on it, but I worked on it for a full week in Mississippi and got a ton done. I don't know. And then I had one New Year's Eve start. So the Transfiguration, that was my New Year's start. This was my New Year's Eve start. It's hard to tell what it is right now. Is it even facing the right way? Yes, okay. So, let me put the thread through so that there, so it's not sticking out on the front. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this is my start to a conversion of the Mia Mermaid. It was the freebie from the Australian Mirabilia retreat. She was like a bright teal, and I've decided to do her in like these icy blue colors, like an ice queen. This color that I have all stitched in is a Belle Soie. In fact, most of the colors I'm using for her are Belle Soie. So it is called, no, it's not a Belle Soie, it's a Ship's Manor. It's the Ship's Manor, A Perfect Day. That's what that looks like. So that's the color I've stitched in. And then the darker color is supposed to be Pine Forest, Water Lilies, and I am using a Belle Soie called Blue Lagoon. So it's a dark blue. And then, so she's actually, I think, going to be like my concentration piece for the next few weeks. I feel like if I really work on her, I could probably finish her pretty quick. She's not very big. The fabric is Chesapeake Bay. That was a discontinued fabric for me, but I am bringing it back. One of the colors that was discontinued, I found an alternative for that's so close that you wouldn't know the difference. So this is Opal Edinburgh. So all the beads are petite. I bought a frame to put her in, and it's really pretty, but it's only like 7.5 inches round. Like, it is a diameter, circumference. I get them all confused. Across the center is 7.5 inches round. So she needs to be small, and so it was either on 40 count or 36, and on 36 I knew I could work with petite beads. So those are my two whips. I have some stash organization, and then I will talk a little bit about stash. I'm gonna go until I run out of stash, because quite honestly I have a lot, and because it's been a couple months, so what I don't talk about I'll put aside and talk about next time. First, stash organization. If you follow me on Facebook, you probably saw me post this, so you won't be surprised. This is what my silks look like. This is my silken colors, and this is sad. For someone who loves silk as much as I do, they shouldn't look like that. So, my not so New Year's goal. I didn't want to have a New Year's resolution or goal, but I'm gonna work on getting my silks and stash and my threads a little organized. I bought 2 of these boxes. I just bought 2 more today for the silken colors. So these are big boxes. When they're on sale from Joann's, they're only about 10 bucks. They come with individual little boxes. Each one holds 6. And I am putting my threads in them. So I did my Glorianas the other day. I have them separated in here by color family. So all of my brown Glorianas are in here. Brown Gloriana. Pinks are all in one. Purples. That's how I decided it would be the best way to do it. All the really highly variegated Glorianas are in their own thing. These have the pearls and others. So Glorianas take up 2 boxes like this. 1, 2. I put them in here in order of the rainbow. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, teal, purple, pink, so on. There's my red ones. When I stitch, I use little 4 by 3 inch bags to keep my threads in. So once they've been cut up, they go in one of these. And I'm just putting those right on top so that if I can use threads that I've already started instead of starting a new skein, I know I have them, they're right on top. So they do make these boxes that are bigger, that hold 16. I will probably use that when I get to DMC. But for now, Glorianas and Silken Colors are each going to be two boxes each. I also intend to do, well, pretty much all of my skeined threads. Like my Rainbow Gallery that are on the cards are already organized in baskets by type, so I'm not going to do those. But the ones that are in skeins, so Silken Colors, Water Lilies, MPIs, all of those. So I'm going to do Silken Colors next. The next drawer down is Flosstube. The next drawer down is Ship's Manor, and just kind of go down the chain until I get them all done. I try to do one every couple of weeks. So I thought y'all might be interested in some of that. Let me move all my stuff because it's all sitting on top of stash. Alright. It's so cute. Alright. Up next, stash. I got a lot of stuff in the last month. I'm going to show you the ones that were gifts first. And because my tablet will let me go to about 35-40 minutes before it cuts me off, and I'm at 24 right now, so I'm going to go until I get to about 33 and then end the video, and then it'll be good. So first, this was not a gift. This was something I went to, like a stitch along with the Austin Starkey Stitchers the other day, and one lady had gone to an estate sale and bought some, and I bought this from the stash of stuff she brought back. It's a piece of 25 count. It's called Shenandoah. It's a 50% linen, 50% cotton blend. I like that it had the things already on there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It'll probably be an ornament at some point, but it was 50 cents. So I figured for 50 cents, maybe, I mean, even if I never use it, if I gift it, whatever. Another thing I bought this is Invaluable. Sherry showed me this, Sherry and Lucretia. I love this thing. So it's a charge box, you plug it in. It has 8 plugs and then USB chargers. So this goes in my retreat bag now, and I can plug in my lamps, other people can plug in their lamps, plug in my phone, it's all there in one thing. I love this. I have decided to invest in one for each of the tables, Mirabilia Retreat. So they're about 20 bucks on Amazon. I will link to them on Amazon. Okay, stash. Stash that is gifts. Start with gifts. I should have put it in order of gifts, but I did not because I just kind of piled it up like a moron. It's been that kind of whatever. So the first thing I got, this from my friend Leah, is Entrée de Mer Montagna from Jardin Privé. I love anything nautical. The next thing I got, this was from Janet, aka Trixie Stitches. This Halloween sampler from, I think it's Cottage Garden. Yeah, Cottage Garden. And she also gave me Captain's Inn from Little House Needleworks. I like all of their tavern signs. I don't know if I'm going to stitch the whole thing with the... I might just stitch this as an ornament. I don't know. I really like it though. It'll look good in my kitchen. You can't see it. Here, let me turn it a little bit. But I have like nautical samplers on the wall over there. So they're all over my kitchen. Ah, don't fall down. There we go. Janet also sent me some Belle Soie for Christmas. We were in a secret stitcher and she was my secret stitcher. So she sent me cranberry, tortoiseshell, paprika, and buttercup. So I'm actually glad to see this paprika because I'm going to use it in the next chart I'm going to show you. My friend and I both started Cast a Spell by Blackbird Designs. I lost my whip somewhere. It's somewhere, I'm sure I have it, whatever. But it didn't matter because I hadn't really stitched anything and I was unable to find an orange I liked. But this paprika is going to be perfect as my orange. And I will do the rest in Belle Soie as well, probably. So I think this might be my Halloween project next year. Hers is done, it's finished, and it's gorgeous. And I am extremely jealous. I already have the box, it's already painted. We painted them together, so. Alright, other things that I got in stash. I got Mermaid Drum. I think this is from Dames of the Needle, yep. I got Lady Liberty from Blackbird. I bought this on clearance at my LNS. It is Stitching Parlor. Mermaid stuff. Mermaid Sewing Kit, I think is what it's called. I might actually already have this in my stash. It sounds like something I would have. I don't know. I got Heinz's Spooky Alphabet. I'm sure you probably guessed I had these because I already stitched something out of it. I got the JCS, the 2017. I actually did not have the 2016. I bought it from the clearance bin at my LNS. I plan to stitch this sled as my next ornament. The sled's right here. I got in on the Book of Spells when she reprinted them. I actually bought mine from eBay. I know she canceled that and put them on Etsy, but mine came from her eBay shop. And actually she canceled that and I thought I wasn't going to get one. I was just like, oh, I'll wait till they're on Etsy. No, showed up 2-3 weeks later, so. I don't remember if I showed you this, but I bought it a few months ago. It is Queen of the Sea by C Street Samplers. This is Pin Feathers from Brenda Gervais. I've been into smalls lately, so that's what I ordered a lot of, was small stuff. Also Love Notes from Plum Street. I want to stitch a couple of these to put in my bedroom. And Leah also sent me this, which I also want to put in my bedroom. I love you more than the stars in the sky. And then the last thing, I actually got a couple of these I got one of these for me and a couple for the shop. And it is Yuletide Shanty. It's another Plum Street drum. I should finish the first one before I start this one. I should. Will I? Probably not. I'll probably have 2 Plum Street drums going soon. That's just the way it is. So I guess I did keep this under 35 minutes. Go me. So thank you all. I'm sorry it took me so long to update. I don't know when I'm going to update to do another video. I probably won't have as many finishes the next time I do a video. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.